Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 92 of Trials and Trebuchets. I am your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me are my players, whose names are as follows.
Hello, my name is Ben, and I play the level 6 Gnome Wizard Windsor Wallaby. Ta-da!
Ben did a really happy smile. It made me happy and excited to record this episode.
I just imagined it was like a surprise that you were Windsor Wallaby.
Surprise! I am not who I really am.
I'm not really Ben, I am Windsor Wallaby.
I'm not real.
Oh
my gosh.
no. A figment of my imagination.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. It's me, Carla, and I play the level 6 Tiefling Rogue Integrity Addleberry. They've got the fire burning in their heart, now boom the room. Sorry, that's a K-pop song.
No,
Nice.
It's cool. It's okay.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchand, the level 6 half-elf bard. Given that Mira seemingly just lives in Artis's house now, she has some suggestions for how to improve the place. So first, let's figure out what in the shed doesn't spark joy. Yeah, that's right, it's a callback.
Oh, that's a really big callback. You're right. That's an episode 1 callback. Wow, we've come so far.
Sarah, oh my gosh, one of these episodes, when all of this is done, and it's time for us to make over Artis, we need to do an intro like in Queer Eye.
Yes!
Please.
my
Yes.
God.
Yes!
Please?
Dude.
Okay. Who are you? Who's you? The last of the player.
And my name is Sam, and I play Saranep Cinderman, the level 6 human sorceress. New mic, new audio, same bad humor.
New mic, who does?
For those who can't see it, which is everyone listening, I did a finger gun.
I love Sam's humor.
It's very good.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, Mira confessed how she truly felt about Delmas before just letting her take a nap. Meanwhile, that night, Saranep and Winsler had dreams of their childhood homes burning. Saranep was shown the world snuffer, the item of the Pebble's whispery ire, while Winsler realized he was dreaming and refused to give in to the fire.
Ooh,
Wait,
some good
And-
poetry.
Yeah, one single rhyme. I'm a poet.
Snap your fingers, guys.
cool way to show
Fuck
it.
you, fire. You ain't shit.
So this one's kind of, we've come to an area where I feel like I need you all to tell me what happens so that I can describe to you how it happens and what the rest of the world is doing. I know that you, Saranep, have just woken up. You're in the infirmary. But also I know that in the home of Artis Artesian, the cottage of Artis Artesian, a similar thing has happened where Winsler, you've woken up. But so I need you all to tell me what you're doing. Please tell me. Don't feel any fear. Just please tell me exactly what
I
your
don't know
actions are.
what to do next. I think first things first, I check on Philip. I see if I can get an update, like if anything's changed over the night from the working. I suddenly don't remember the word for someone who checks on health of patients.
Healer.
Yeah.
The healer.
I
It's the
check in with
healer.
the healer.
I think that they would tell you that, oh, he's doing as fine as we can hope he's doing. Just asleep and breathing. Everything seems to be going well. His eye hasn't stopped glowing, but that should stop in the next day or two. Other than that, the road forward seems clear. And they will give you a very comforting smile when they say that.
I'll smile back and I will thank them. And I'm going to, I guess, head out, get some breakfast, and then head over to, oh my god, I don't want to say it wrong because I know I'm going to say it wrong.
The abjuration.
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 There we go.
Abjuration.
I'm gonna head over to that department and check in with the professor.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, it is early in the morning. You head to the abjuration department. You open the large metal doors, which creak mightily. Or, in fact, one of them might even be cracked open so that there's some nice airflow in this otherwise stuffy building. It seems that some people are heading off to class. Looking to your left, where Professor Deeptar's office was last night, or it's always there. It doesn't move throughout the day, but
Like Howl's Moving Castle,
you-
everything changes.
where you spoke with Professor Deeptar in their office, the door is closed. And how would you like to go about trying to find Professor Nalder's office?
I kind of feel like we were being led there the day before by Canon Nathan.
Yes.
Is there like a map? Because like, you know how like in buildings with multiple floors, they have like a map on the wall saying this is where the professor's offices are, stuff like that?
That's true. I would say that's a more modern invention to put a map of the actual building inside the building. So
Okay, so
this building does not have one. Other buildings on campus might. So you might look around for it and not see it. You see that there's this large fish statue which has fresh honey on it, but you see no map.
okay.
You see a staircase going up. You see the classrooms. People are sitting down to get ready with stuff. People are going upstairs, etc. It's not a super busy
If I
building.
remember correctly, we were going to be led up a set of stairs the night before. And that's when we had bumped into Professor Dietmar, and then we had stopped going upstairs, and we talked to him about it. So I'm going to go up the stairs.
Okay, you go upstairs. There's a class on the right. There's a large door on the left with a nice, beautiful little plaque that says "Head of the Abjuration Department, Professor Nalder."
Oh, guys, I found it! Dora the
Easy as
Explorer
that.
taught
Just
me
up
right.
one set
We
of
found
steps.
him.
Right there. It was right there, y'all. You were so close. The door is cracked open slightly.
I'm going to knock on the frame of the door.
You knock on the frame of the door, and you'll hear a... I should have gone back and listened to Nalder's voice, but I can make a strong assumption about what it was. You knock on the frame of the door and kind of, I would assume, like peek into the office, right?
Yes.
That's how I'm imagining it, like knocking and being like, is anyone here? Excuse me, right? And sitting at their small desk at the far end of this long office is a small gnome wearing some, like the professor's dark red robes. And they will look up from filling out some form of paperwork on their desk and say, yes, come on in.
Oh, thank
How
you.
can I help you? I'll help you in a moment. Come take a seat. I just need to finish filling this out. It's very time sensitive. I hope that's okay.
Oh, no, that's perfectly fine. I'm the one who sort of came over unannounced. I take a seat and I look around.
Ooh, you look around.
Yes. No,
What a
I stare
great-
straight forward. I do not. I
Don't
have
break eye
tunnel vision.
contact. Power move.
Those are the words I love to hear. I look around. I think the thing that is most obvious, because it's right behind Professor Nalder's desk in a large stand, is that there is a large, like almost display cupboard that has like a giant silver pair of scissors that are just like immense scissors, like scissors that it would take like two full-grown people to hold up.
So like those big scissors that mayors use to like cut the rims. Like this is the new park bench.
Yeah, but big, really big,
Nice.
right? And it's just hung up on the wall. And if you like squint at it closely, you can see that written on it is...
Is he secretly the scissor man from oh man, what was it called? It was like a PS1 horror game. The Scissor Man. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely not. No. You're talking about Edward Scissorhands?
No, it was a video game, and now I'm stuck on this situation. Give me a
Clock
second.
tower.
That's
So-
it, Clock Tower.
Like engraved in large letters on the surface of the scissors is, we present to Mr. Nalder this award for outstanding street magic from the Gnomish Party of Talent Acquisition.
Oh my god.
And so you sit here looking around the room. You do see other remnants of like, you know, those like wizard hats and like little extendable magic wands that we here in our world call magic wands, right? Like the little wizard's hat or magician's hat and
my
stuff.
God.
There's some of those sitting around.
If
Or
you
actually
twist
quite
it,
a
it
few of
turns
them
into
on.
a bouquet of flowers.
Yes. I see you're familiar with this kind of wand. And there's a lot of playing cards strung up on the walls. There's little other awards for street magic. It just seems it's a nice office. It's a cozy office. It's really big, but the space is filled well.
Nice.
And Professor Nalder is just like sitting at the desk, filling out what looks like a very thick stack of papers. And he'll stop for a second and say, or like put his head like in his hand for a second, and then point at you, Sereneth, and say, do you know what Spanghu means?
I'm sorry, what was the word?
Spanghu? Like here, right in this paper. I, Professor Nalder, do swear that I will, if given, refrain from any spanghuing that would bring shame. Do you know what that word means?
Do I know what it means? Luke?
Do you know what that word means?
Sam doesn't. Does Serenep know what that word means? That's the question.
You can roll a history check. Is history
Language
the right,
check.
Is history the right skill?
Does Wildcliff even have like a language class?
Yeah, magical languages.
Yeah, Jenny.
Do they even
no, like-
do they is like common one of those languages?
There's no common language
Like,
arts.
I've never
no.
heard this word before in my life. So let me just.
It's probably one of those words that has like a specific meaning in literally every other language, but in common, it's probably like, this is just a funny word.
I got a
How is it even spelled?
15.
You've never heard this word in your life. You don't think it's a real word.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. I have not heard that word before.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll come back to this then. And he's going to fold up the paperwork and put it in his right-hand drawer and then fold his hands on top of his desk. His very tiny desk, Serenep. Very tiny desk.
Okay.
So essentially it's a small gnomish man sitting at a very small desk. You're sitting in a regular-sized chair, which you're just towering above him, in fact.
I'm gonna try and like scrunch down a bit so I'm not accidentally intimidating.
Talking to short people. So he will say, how can I help you today? What can I do for you? You're not in the abjuration department, so is this extracurricular kind of a meeting? What can I do for you?
Well, the reason I'm here, and I don't know how to put this that delicately, but recently I'm sure you know about the fires that have taken place on campus, correct?
Oh, yes, horrible affairs. Yes.
Well, it seems that people are being chosen for these fires, I suppose. It seems that there are some fire elementals. I believe so. I haven't done a lot of studying yet. Fire elementals around the school, and these fires are connected. And they came to me last night in a dream because they wanted to take something from your office, but I had said no, and so they showed me what the item was. And what I am hoping to do is to figure out what it is, what'll happen if I am forced to destroy it, and what can be done to stop this. And I'm bringing it to you face forward because if something is to happen, I want you to know all of the proceedings that led to this.
You're one of the students that Professor Deeptar was telling me about this morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, my name is Serenep Cinderman.
You came in here last night? Okay, wonderful. Professor Deeptar brought that issue to the council last night. I assume she'll have more details for you. But for as far as what I can do, what do you need from me? How can I help?
So
what's the item in question, of course?
It was a I've suddenly forgotten the word. Sam has forgotten the word. Serenep is going to explain. Yeah, it was a little. It was a candle snuffer that they showed me, and
And he's gonna snap his fingers, and from his left-hand drawer, he opens it and pulls out a small, little wooden carrying case, essentially, and flips it open, sets it on his desk, and will flip it open. And inside, Serenep, you see a very beautifully little carved wooden candle snuffer, the same one from your very dream last night. That was sitting upon your father's lap while it burned, while your house burned.
It's like that scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark. You can see their skeletons.
Yes!
And it's like, whoa.
He's like, and so he'll say, "Is this what you're talking about? The world snuffer?"
Yes, that is exactly what they showed me. What is the significance of this item?
He's going to kind of scratch his cheek and like his ear and stuff and say, "Well, it's just a magical item I've been researching, or I've not been researching. I developed it with the help of a few of my associates. It's my crowning achievement, you might say. It can absorb energy, or elemental primordial energies, and then transform them or convert them to alternative forms of energy that aren't as harmful. It's a very powerful warding device that this is a very potent version of it. I've had a few other prototypes that I've developed which broke on me, and this is the most stable one I've had so far. This is the and he like holds it fondly in his hands up so that you can see the beautiful craftsmanship, and he'll say, "This is the apex of 72 years of research."
Okay. So
the issue is you need to destroy it.
Well, that's the thing. I want to avoid doing what they want, because I feel like if I were forced to destroy this, that something dangerous could happen. There must be a reason why they want to have this destroyed. And I'm just trying to make sure that in this whole thing that I'm not doing something that will cause danger to those around me or the school. And I want to not destroy your property and the things that you have created, obviously.
If it's an issue, you say that there's elementals here on campus that are somehow coercing you or other students to do these horrible things for you, right?
Yes, they have threatened bodily harm to my family and my home.
He seems shocked, aghast at such a thing. Nalder will say, if that's the case, I still have the notes to replicate this device. I have all the experience. As long as I have my mind and my notes, then I can let it might set me back a couple 6 or 7 weeks, but if it's that or risk a student's safety, I would strongly prefer to just give up some silly magic item. I don't foresee it having a horrible consequence. It hasn't been used outside of a lab environment for anything.
Okay.
I haven't even published anything about it, so I wouldn't know how a elemental or anyone outside of the department would know about it.
Is there anyone
I've spoken
Sorry.
I've spoken about it with colleagues or at some conferences, but that's all. Maybe let it slip here or there, but nothing formal. I don't understand how it would get out.
If you're willing to let me destroy this for safety, I thank you greatly. And if there's anything I can help you with in creating another one, I will happily help you. Though I'm not trained in the abjuration studies, I would like to help you for helping me.
Well, and he'll pull out from his right-hand drawer once more, slowly, and place the large paperwork on his desk.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
He'll say, now this, Miss Cinderman?
Yes.
Is my application that was given to me. I'm the head of the department. It was given to me to apply for the position of headmaster. And he turns to like midway through it, and it's just like a bunch of blank spaces, and he'll say, and now I have to fill this form out and say a time in which I prevented extreme danger and injury of befalling a student, and provide specific details. Now, I would describe that this exact scenario is me doing exactly that.
Oh, definitely.
It's the perfect scenario. Now, if I give this to you, my world snuffer, my crowning academic achievement, of course, that does distress me. But if I can use this story, with your permission, of course, to tell the council how great of a job I've done at this conflict resolution and making a safer learning environment for our students, that will advance my own career. And I feel like that's a fairly equal trade. Don't you?
I do.
I kind of don't like Nalder anymore.
I love Nalder. What
hear
are
me
you
out.
talking
Holy
about?
shit.
Okay, I like, at this point,
He's just
I
trying to
like
make it
Nalder
up in
because
the
he's
world.
willing to help
I
us
love
by
this guy.
destroying his crowning achievement, and what I have to do is share my story. This doesn't guarantee him a spot
He's
as
such an
headmaster, but I am
opportunistic,
helping him.
Like, dude.
You think
I'm
Underbow would do this,
opportunistic,
Ben?
excuse you. And this person's actually helping us.
This is a win-win. This is a win-win. I might take you up on your offer to help me if I need some sort of general assistance in the lab. But other than that, if it's for the safety of a student, absolutely. You might have some trouble. He'll put it back in the little carrying case, Serenep, and close it and do the little clasp on it and push it over towards you. And he'll say, you might have some troubles destroying it just because of the properties that it absorbs primordial energies. So I would strongly recommend not using any sort of elemental magics to attempt to destroy it.
Okay.
Because that might end horribly. But I will entrust this to you to destroy and dispose of for your own safety. And I will do a little write-up of this whole event. And hopefully in about 4 weeks' time, when I'm Headmaster Nalder, this will all be a fond memory for us.
When?
I'm gonna hold out my hand
Oh, wow.
to shake his hand.
Absolutely. He puts out his hand. He'll shake it. Puts his both hands, very happy. His very, very tiny hands.
You're describing how small this person is continuously.
He's a tiny little gnome. He's one of 3 gnomes in the
Hey,
podcast.
if Winsler was in here, you would not be describing how small he is. This is heightest.
Okay. So that's all that happens, Serenep. You you can take the world snuffer if you'd like.
Yeah.
In its neat little carrying case. It's probably about a foot long carrying case, made of like a nice ash or something. Let's go with a nice ash with these beautiful little silver buckles to fasten it closed.
Thank you so much for this. Again, like if there's anything I can do to help you, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much.
No problems. And he will smile happily. At Artis's cottage. Winslow, you woke up. The rest of you could be awake if you wanted to be awake.
I would like to be awake.
I can be awake.
Okay, you are all awake.
Is Delnus awake?
That's
There
the real
seems to
question.
be a storm rolling in. I think I described it in the last episode that it was to the north, but it seems to have arrived at this point. It's kind of like, at this point, some light-ish rain and some just mist, but you can hear thunder in the distance. So it might get worse as the day goes on. It's early in the morning so far. What do you want to do? What's everyone up to? Is there anything specific? I know I ask this question a lot to the lot of you staying at Artis's cottage, and I realize there's not a super ton to do at Artis's cottage, but I'm just so curious, shucks, what all of you are up to and how you're spending your time so wisely.
I want to grab a feather pen and and look for paper, and I'm going to make a mind map.
What?
Right?
I love that.
Okay.
A mind map of
Is Integrity a morning person?
it depends, because like remember that time when Kurt was being loud
Yeah.
or something like that,
And
or
she was like,
yawned,
"Ugh."
and I was
Yeah.
like, stop. But then
Okay.
at the same time, I've also gone and went to pray with Sylvie sometimes in the morning.
Mhm. Okay.
When I really need
That's fair.
something.
Yeah, so you're a morning person when you need it. So you're writing a mind map
Yes.
on just like the floor or something on a piece of paper.
Yes.
What's up? What are you mind mapping, Integrity?
Well, so with this whole thing with the orbs, right?
Yeah.
With like, oh, there's the wand, and then there's also a snake. There's two snakes that want to kill us. I want to be making a mind map of ways that we can resolve the issue with
Snake issue.
with Nesca specifically.
Yeah.
And
So what does that entail? Are you going to talk to your friends about this, or are you just going to do this alone and try to brainstorm alone?
well, initially I'm going to sit there alone, but then I am not the best at tactics. So if the three of if Winsler and Mira are awake, I'm going to ask them like, "Hey, I don't want to be stuck here in Artis's house forever. And I really do not feel safe back at Wildcliff.
Yeah.
I am stumped. I feel like I have nowhere to go other than home. And Mira, I understand that you also don't even want to deal with the whole orb situation anymore.
No, absolutely not.
And understandably so.
Well, I get what you mean. Like, I know I've been ignoring everything with school and classes, and that the only way to make sure I have anything after this is to get back into it, but I don't want to go back on campus, so I get what you mean.
If I could make a suggestion.
Okay?
I had a really bad dream last night, and I didn't really like what I saw.
Yeah?
I know it was a dream, but I can't help the feeling that, I don't know, I felt threatened. Like, not only just me, but the people in my life that mean a lot to me. Like my parents, the farm, the animals on the
cows.
farm.
Who threatened you?
It was probably the voices back in the pantry with all the fire and everything. I think they were just trying to like make a point that, hey, you didn't listen to us, you didn't burn as we told you to, and now this is what's going to happen to you. But I wanted to bring that up because I haven't really had any experiences in terms of this whole orb shenanigans, you know? Like I haven't experienced any of those visions or communicating with strange people or creatures from beyond who knows where. But I guess I can sort of relate to a little bit to what y'all have been going through. Like I don't like it, and I know that y'all have been through so much in like the past few days. I don't like seeing my friends so hurt in the way that they're being hurt. Mira lost an arm. I saw her bleeding when
Yeah.
we came to rescue the two of you.
Uh-huh. So, what are you suggesting, Winsler?
I'm suggesting if we're all unsure about our safety here and back in Wildcliff, the only suggestion that I can make, and I know none of y'all are probably gonna like it, but the only suggestion that I could make was if we tackle this problem at its source, we get rid of whatever's causing all this hurt, this pain. I say we do what we've always done when faced with trials in the past. You know, back in Isithil, when we were tasked, or when we were forced into the whole situation with Korka, we dealt with that. And despite all the dangers that were in there, we had the time with the Ublex, and there were all those times where our friends were in danger, and we had to do something to save them. And then there was back in Nebulosis, you know, where we had everything that happened there, and then the tower basically fell to ruin. But despite all that, we made it through, and we solved those problems.
Right.
So I think what we need to do is we need to do what we've always done and take on whatever's causing all this pain. I say we take the fight to whatever's going on down there in the sewers. I feel like that's truly the only way that we're ever going to guarantee the safety that we've had for not only ourselves, but for everybody in Wildcliff too.
Winsler, Nesca is stronger than anyone we've ever fought. I mean, I know that we fought Korka and we fought, you know, the goop, but Nesca is like, she's practically a god. And I mean, Serenepth is doing something with Philip. I can't do anything right now. How are we supposed to, how am I supposed to go back down there? What if somebody dies? I don't doubt that. I mean, she killed Underbow. I don't think she would hold back.
I'm gonna walk forward, and I'm going to hold Mira's hand in a comforting manner.
Mm-hmm.
That fear you're feeling, I know it's not going to go away, but I don't think it will ever get better if we don't at least try. I feel like we should at least make the effort to try.
But it's not like we try and then if we fail, we just get to start all over again. If we try and fail, she will kill us. She will kill me. She will kill you. She will kill Integrity. She will kill Serenepth.
If that is the risk that I would take going down there to try and stop what's causing all this hurt and everything, I would do it. I'm still scared. I would still be afraid of everything, whatever could be and what might come through in the end. But if it meant that I gave a little bit more time to those that I care about and to those that are in here in the school, I would do it.
Winsler, she took the wrong arm. What happens when she figures that out?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Integrity.
I don't know.
Integrity, you're the only other person here who's dealt with her. Please talk some sense into Winsler.
Integrity. I think some words echo in your head
Oh boy.
of "it must be done" from a couple of days ago.
I feel like that is something that will definitely influence my mind, sort of like in a trance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say that it must be done.
Integrity! She will kill you! Fuck. Jesus, I don't know what to say.
Mira, I don't want to risk my life as much as the next person, but I feel like at this point, I will die either way. She wants to kill me. Why not at least be prepared for that and fight if I have to? And it's not even if I have to. I will have to.
Do you even have any idea how we could fight her? I mean, she's so strong. She's giant. She keeps coming back to life if you kill her because of those bodies. How does this even work?
Well,
The progenitor told me that if I want to be able to kill her, they can promise me the power that can kill her.
Well,
What if I took the deal? I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what will happen to me. But if it means that we have a fighting chance...
But he lies to people. I mean, when I spoke to the Empress, she said that he came and said that he was some kind of magical god, and then he killed all of them. If you let him, give you power, who knows what he'll want after that?
Then I can overthrow him after.
oh my god.
This is the... You have to think that this... Like, we're all first years. There's, like, this... There's naive...
The freshman
like,
confidence.
feeling still there.
Mhm.
Where it's like, I can defeat that.
Winsler, do you have any thoughts, opinions on this? On what you could do? On Integrity taking the deal?
I guess I don't think I've ever really met officially any of the spooky beings that are communicating in your heads, but I don't know if we can trust any of them. But I mean, if they're providing a means to help us, then I'm not sure what else we could do if we refuse.
At this
Winsler.
point, all we can really trust is each other.
I don't know what to... Delmas we were gonna talk, and now, what if I never get... Oh my goodness. But you guys can't go alone, you can't go without me, but I can't... We need... okay. I really hate this. If this works, if we can be rid of her once and for all, and we can get back to classes, we need to find a diamond, because I am the only one, if anything happens to you guys, that can bring you back, and I have to be there if we do this, don't I? Okay. We need to find Serenep, we need to find a diamond, we need to make a plan. Because obviously, I can't talk you guys out of this.
Mira, I also want you to know, if we go down there and take the fight to Nesca, and you come with us, you're not gonna be alone. We're gonna be there to help you. We're gonna be your crutch if you need it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
I promise.
Okay. So where do we start?
Well, we may have a lead on preparing, and I believe I know exactly who can help us with that.
So... Cut to, if you're going where I assume you're going.
Wait,
Yep.
I know that we're
Okay.
gonna do like a cut to the canon lab. However,
Oh, yes.
I want to like ask Integrity or Windsor
Yep.
or something to just like to dictate for me like a note to Delmas in case she wakes up before I leave, which is basically like,
Oh, yes.
hey, I'm leaving. I think I will be safe. I'm looking forward to talking to you when I'm back. Don't worry about me, and I will draw a little heart. Aw.
I am also bringing Yogg with us.
Oh shit.
Oh, you're...
Ooh.
Okay.
Throw some yogurt at Nesca.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
See Syndra in the hallway.
Oh boy, if Syndra sees Yogg, she's gonna flip out.
You throw a cape over it. Nah, this is the transfer
I know we need to call
student.
Nesca, but I want this
This is
scene.
the transfer student.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave the coats on them.
This is my walking.
Oh my
talk
gosh, I
doppelganger.
can be like, hey Syndra, wanna come down with us? And then we will tandem do the explosion thing? Like we'll pinch each other and then what? No, that will not work.
That would hurt each other, though.
Yeah, I know.
So you brought Yogg. You left a note. Did you want just leaving a note for Delmas, right?
No,
Note
for artists.
Delmas with
Yes,
heart.
nothing.
No for
I
artists.
assume we'll see artists before we leave, like somewhere.
Speaking
Oh,
of
really?
notes,
I don't know.
Yeah.
speaking of notes, can I also write a letter to my parents?
Right now? Well, yeah. If now's the time, right?
This is the safest place right now.
You can write a letter to your parents.
Yeah, just like a if I don't make it, I love you.
I swear I'm fine. If I don't make it though. What?
This is a letter just in case. Like only open if integrity is dead.
Yeah, only send if integrity is dead. Don't send your parents letters that say, if I'm dead, open this. Yeah, don't do that to your parent.
By the time you're reading
Okay.
this,
But
when you receive this
my
letter,
God.
I am
Snake.
deceased.
here's how this is gonna happen. The
And you're
snake
gonna
will
leave-
come in and shoot me, then Artist will shoot the snake.
So you're leaving that at Artis's house, Artis's cottage.
yes.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I believe.
So, anyways, did you want to pick up Serenep on the way?
Yes.
We gotta.
We will swing by,
Nice.
pick Serenep up, and inform the situation and the plan.
Okay, and Serenep, you go with this willingly.
I leave a pre-made letter in Philip's room.
What's it say, Serenep?
I'm not saying shit until he has to read it.
He
Oh,
can't
heck.
read it.
He can't read.
So I'll explain. So
No.
Okay, fine. We're
Nope.
keeping it a secret. This is between Luke and
This
I.
is between Sarah.
Wow.
Sorry, what? Sam and I.
Sarah.
Letter for Philip.
You
And
can just
I'm
say
gonna
Sarah
make
and then
an-
pretend it was just me.
Nep.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Nep.
Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be called the one with all the letters.
one with the almost really fun transition, but then it didn't.
There's loose ends. I'm sorry.
There's
The
no-
episode is
it's-
called
it's-
Messenger Bag, and it's just following a mailman.
It's good this way. So we then find ourselves, the five of you, a small gnome, a orange tiefling, a disarmed elf, a tall, very sleepy human, and a coat rack of a golem, standing in front of a door in the evocation department in one of these breezeways that says over it, carved into the stone, Bonzales Cannon Lab. Inside, you hear muffled thuds and other loud noises. Very quiet, as if someone's like just hitting their hand on a table, it would seem. Also of note, oh my god, of note, is to the left of this door, there is like a post board, right? Like a notice board. And there are three, or like not even three, just covering the entire notice board so that you can't see anything else underneath of it, are posters, all of the same type, hand drawn, with golems in shackles, with
Oh
big
no.
red inked letters that say "End Golem Imprisonment." And Yogg is just going to be looking at this. But we can address that at a different time. That's not so, Anyways, do you all want to go into the Bonzales Cannon Lab?
Yes.
I want to meet Todd Gonzalez.
Oh god. I'm scared.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
Serenep, did you fill them in on the fact that you have the snuffer, right? That's the thing that happens?
Oh yeah, like I feel like as I was leaving the abjuration department,
Mhm.
I said it. I think as I was leaving, I saw them.
Yes, okay.
Or like they saw me first, and I saw Winsler, and then I hold up the thing and I say, I got it.
Okay. Perfect. So you open the door to the Bonzales Cannon Lab and are immediately assaulted with very, very loud sounds of explosions
Oh
from
my
within.
god.
As if
Oh
the
man,
door
that place was soundproof.
as if the door was muffling it some magically way.
Silence was cast literally around the entire room.
You enter into this dark, dimly lit room. It seems to be lit exclusively by these like almost like purple hued little candles that are stuck on a desk. So to describe the room, you enter in, there's a set of like 3 or 4 tables or working desks that have plans and different large rolled up pieces of paper stuffed into organizers, or just like notes and notebooks sprawled out on the desks. The back wall is just a rack of barrels of little kegs. They aren't the largest things. They're the exact same size ones that Canon Nathan had underneath of his arm last time when you had seen him. So they're not large. They're probably about 1.5 feet long and maybe 10 inches in diameter. And they're just these little wooden barrels, black powder barrels. And then there's a space to the right when you walk in that seems to be separated by like this little half wall, this stone half wall. And you see there the room extends out for probably 60 more feet until it's just a large, like it's just an open gallery of sorts. And you see standing there beside these 2 or 3 large cannons, or there's 2 large cannons and 1 smaller cannon that looks to be not so securely fastened to the floor, or to a stand or something. It just looks to be sitting on a table and you might pick it up. But standing beside it is a tall tiefling man. He has this dark red skin, this messy hair. He doesn't have any like robes on or anything, but he's wearing just like a button-up shirt, but like the top like 4 buttons are unbuttoned, so like there's a lot of chest out situation. He has like half moon glasses that are like on the very end of his nose. Oh, and in his horns, there's like these beautiful carvings. They're like these large, almost adjacent to ram's horns. Although I think that's kind of insensitive to compare tiefling's horns to animals. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. And standing next to him is a blonde, stubbled man, similar attire. It seems very warm in here. It seems that they're not just dressed like this for the sake of looking great. It seems that they're dressed in here because it's stuffy and really freaking hot. And both of them seem to be sweaty, and they are loading powder into one of these cannons. And the tiefling man will, or I guess both of them look over at you when the 5 of you walk in, and the tiefling man will say, "Welcome to the Bonzales Cannon Lab. How can I help you? Are you lost?"
No, I don't believe we're lost. I think we came to the right place.
You see a look of, I think, Sereneth and Integrity and Winsler. You see Can and Nathan standing there, and his face looks pale. His eyes are bloodshot, like the bags under his eyes are larger. It looks like he did not get a very good sleep last night, crazy enough.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oops.
And he will put his hand on his mentor's shoulder and say, "Oh, those 3 are the students I was telling you about. The ones that were going to help me with extracurricular activities, sir." And Mr. Bonzales will turn back to the 4 of you and Yogg, the 5 of you standing there, and will say, "Oh, well, if that's the case, welcome to my lab. Is there anything I can help you with in here?"
We're interested in seeing your strongest kegs.
Now, by strongest kegs, you're going to have to be a bit more specific. They're all the same kegs.
Sorry.
I can show you my... He's going to put his hand and gently caress the cannon that he's standing in front of. And he'll say, I can show you the cannons, if that's what you mean.
We're looking more for just the powder. It's for a project that my classmates were doing with Canon Nathan.
So, and he'll look at Canon Nathan, and Canon Nathan will very convincingly nod his head and say, "Yes, they needed it for a project that was to do with." They never told me what the project was to do with, but I did tell them that if they needed it, they could come talk to you. They're my very good friends, and we go back a long ways. And Mr. Bonzales will kind of take off his half-moon glasses and say, "So, you all just expect me to give you some of my precious black powder? I do trust the words of my student here, but I can't just go loaning this out to anyone who asks. There could be extreme and dire consequences, especially with all the fires going on recently."
Well, we're
Well-
not anyone.
We assumed it was not going to be completely free. What would you say is the worth of your precious powders?
I don't want to give you the wrong impression. I'm not trying to haggle with you about a price for my powder. I'm more so saying it's off limits.
Oh.
By off limits, do you mean completely off limits or off limits with reservations?
Off limits as in you're not a member. You might be a friend of a member of the Cannon Lab, but you're not a member of the Cannon Lab. You can't take any of the black powder.
Well, what if he took it out? He's a member. He's gonna be participating in our project, so we're just basically here to help.
I am?
Yes!
Make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check, Mira.
Oh, fuck, where's my d20?
Can we assist in
Oh my
this?
God, we roll in this show?
17.
17. Canon Nathan will say, I guess I'm participating in it, sir. So I'll be can I take one keg of powder? And he looks at you all. 2. 1 keg?
And then I'm going
2.
to like put my hand up and like sort of like touch my face, putting a 3.
Oh my god. Integrity plans to blow up the
3.
school.
3 kegs of black powder, sir. And Gonzalez looks at the 4 of you, and he'll say, if anything burns down, I'll remember all of your faces.
Of course.
Well, it's nice to remember.
And if nothing burns
Was
down...
that a threat?
No, it wasn't a threat. If nothing, it's just the way I speak.
All right.
Cool. Everything seems to come across threatening or some other ways.
Yeah, kind of got that vibe.
Since you're very experienced with these precious powders, can you estimate how big one keg can make an explosion of? Did you ever measure it? Is that a thing that you do?
I've never. No, we here at the Gonzalez Cannon Lab aren't in the business of blowing up kegs of our precious black powder. We use it, and he puts his hand and gently runs it along the cannon, almost like just running only his fingertips along the cannon.
It's so weird.
And he'll say, we use it to fire these wonderful devices. 1 keg will get you about 30 shots, but I don't know how big it'll explode.
All right, I guess that's a good enough estimate. 30 shots, and then you do the math all at once.
So that's 90, but we will need the cannon.
No, we don't need the cannon.
We don't need the cannon, Integrity.
You're not taking any of the cannons from here.
Oh no, I was
not.
saying we're taking Cannon Nathan.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. You
First
can
name
take
Cannon,
that
last name Nathan.
cannon.
First name Cannon.
Cannon Nathan will say, well, yes, it is my first
Oh
name.
my god.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
While
See a lot of
he
confusion
goes
in this
over
building.
to the large, so he's at this point not standing next to Mr. Gonzalez anymore, and has instead gone over to this large rack of barrels and has begun taking some full barrels from the bottom, and will pass one to you, Integrity, and one to you, Winsler. Or he'll hold it out. He'll hold it.
Oh my gosh.
That's so cute.
It's like half. It was almost like 3/5 of your size, Winsler.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it weighs like half as much as you. They're 20 pounds.
How much can Winsler bench?
Probably not much.
Buff Winsler is the new fan theory.
Oh, no. I don't like that one.
No. Kurt,
I
yes,
can probably
When
help out
Jovi
later with a
gets
floating
sent back
desk if
buff.
he can't carry.
I probably should make note that Windsor's like 42 pounds.
Yeah, it's half of your weight.
Oh my
Jesus.
gosh.
And Canon Nathan will carry one as well. And Gonzalez will look at the 6 of you now and will say, I hope that you have an excellent time with your project.
Thank you very much. We'll be going on our way now.
Wait, Canon Nathan, come back as soon as you're able to. You're still needed for today's experiments.
That sounded
I
really
don't-
menacing. Is
Why
anything
does he
bad happening?
It is a little menacing.
Yeah.
No, I swear he's a very kind mentor. Kind and caring heart.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you're
and-
sure about that.
We also have experience thinking our mentor was more menacing than they were, so I trust you on that.
Okay. And you'll leave the Cannon Lab, I suppose.
Oh, also Cannon meet Mira.
He'll stow the keg under one of his left arm, Mira, and put out his hand to shake your hand. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Canon Nathan.
Hi, I'm Mira. I will shake his hand.
And as you all exit the laboratory, this conversation occurs. Winsler, you see Yogg you don't see them turn their head because they don't have to turn their head, but you do see them stop in front of the notice board once again. See me trying, like, looking as if they're taking in all of this information about End Golem imprisonment.
I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hold their hand. I'm
Self-conscious.
gonna ask them, "What's going on there, buddy, friend?"
I am just learning.
Oh, you're learning about all the stuff on those signs.
I am trying to learn to read. Yes.
Do you not know how to read?
I know how to read. Yes.
I'm learning how to read common.
All right. Well,
I know many words, such as yogurt and milk and golem, and they will point at the word on the poster that says golem.
all right. Well, how about this? How about once we're done with the little errand that we gotta do, I'll take you back to what's left of our room, and we can have a little study session. I could teach you some of my favorite words, like cow.
Oh, favorite animal and favorite word.
Oh, excellent. Yes, creator.
As we're
meanwhile,
like walking
yes.
out, I'm just gonna, like, you can hear a little bit from me. It's like, my second favorite word is moo.
Aww.
Okay. Did anyone keep track of when we started actually talking and doing the podcast?
No
5
idea.
minutes-ish?
5 minutes-ish?
Yeah.
That's where we're going to end this episode of Trials and Trebuchets.
Yes.
I hope that all of you enjoyed it. I hope that this was light. It was bubbly. There was nothing dramatique. There was.
There
a lot of
was.
dramatique.
Yeah, there was like a
Were you
whole
even
section in
listening?
there.
There was
I
actually-
almost
Yeah.
cried.
There was some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, Sarah, can you do an outro?
I can do an outro. Hey
Oh,
guys,
boy.
thanks so much for
Rock
listening
it.
to this episode of Trials and Trebuchets. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it means so much for us if you were to leave a rating or a review on our iTunes. We read every single one. We share it in the group chat. It makes us so happy. I've seen reviews that I've thought about like a year ago that I still think about. You can also, if you want to see art of scenes in the podcast, cool maps, previews for upcoming episodes, and other stuff, you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Trials and Trebs. You can also join our Discord server, and you can have like live listening parties and talk to other listeners and talk to us and just have a really good time. And you can find the link to that on both of our social media pages. Finally, we have a Patreon, and that is the most crazy thing if you want to support us on Patreon, because it makes us so happy. It helps us to make higher quality stuff, like get better mics, better editing software.
I want to give a demonstration to the audience of just what they can do for us and what they can do for themselves, really, by donating to Patreon. Sarah, could you make a loud, could you do a clap? Could you do a loud clap? Do you hear that echo? Do you hear the echo?
Oh my
audience?
lord.
With your support, we can get rid of that, and you can
so
enjoy
sorry.
listening to this show.
Yeah, and
Stop
also if you join the
attacking
Patreon, you can do cool things like get to vote on our bonus episodes, see notes. If you donate at a high enough tier, you can even make a character in the podcast like
Just
Canon
like
Nathan.
Canon Nathan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. And honestly, your support means so much. Thank you so much for even just listening. Tell people about us and have a wonderful week.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you tune in next week for the potential conclusion to Faint of Heart. This is not food for thought. What?
Wait, it's all food for thought?
It's all food for thought. Always has been.
Oh, no.
Anyways, thank you all for listening. Bye.
Bye. Bye,